Going guys, so every now and then people ask what is a better exercise to do squat wise, back squat or front squat. So when it comes to back squat, you can typically lift heavier with the back squat, but the correlation between, we'll say if I was lifting 100 kilos on a back squat and I did 85 on a front squat, they would be similar. Is that all right? So you don't have to lift as heavy on the front squat to get the same benefit as the back squat would give. But if you're looking to be able to actually shift more weight, then you'll be able for more on the back squat. A couple of considerations that you do need to look for when we're doing a back squat. I'll go from the side angle here, is that some common errors, all right, and this is not I'm not going to give you all the errors, but this is some of the essentials. People stick out their back a lot, arch it, and under the weight of the bar, they end up like looking like this, okay? So in the bar position here, if I was to overarch my back and drop down, 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 I am feeling huge. That's only 40 kilos. I'm feeling big compression through my mid and lower back, okay? So that's completely unnecessary strain. 40 kilos is not going to, it depends where you are, but like if you're lifting heavier and you've got a huge amount of compression through your lower back, in the joints in your lower back, it could cause them to get cranky and it could cause a back spasm, and that won't feel very nice. So we do not overarch the back. That's number one thing, or flare the chest, okay? So we make sure that we're setting up nicely. We have our weight. With your hands in this position, you're going to pull the bar down on your shoulders, exhale, and then move, okay? And down and up. Your tempo is your choice. So what we do not want again here is to drop down and catch the bar and come back up again. You want to control the weight as you lower down and back up again. Another key element is foot pressures, often overlooked. And some people do foot pressures where they think, like the TheraBand people and the Miniband people, they push out to the side and they end up squatting down like that. And look at my feet. My inside line or my big toe line is off the ground entirely, and you're not getting any benefit into the calf there. So what we want here is good foot pressures. Make sure you're able to squash the inside arch into the ground, lower down with control, and back up again. All right? So there's a couple essential movements and cues around better back squat positions. As you can see, the back squat also requires sufficient shoulder movement. So if you've got a shoulder injury and you still want to train legs, you can put the bar to the front. Or if you've got stiff shoulders and you just can't get back there, forget about it. You can do other things. Is that all right? So you can go into front squat position for that. So the bar goes here across the chest. You secure it across your shoulders. You could test it this way. Okay, so that it's on your shoulders, and then out you come, and down you go, and up. Okay, so the bar is balanced here. I'm not using my hands, or get your fingertips on it just to stabilize the bar a little bit. And you can see I'm able to drop that a little bit lower into the movement straight away. I'm cueing my good foot pressures. I've exhaled, down I go, and back up again. Okay, so that's one version of it. The more traditional version of it is hooking your hands underneath and being able to get your elbows up nice and high. And I'm using my fingertips here just for balance. And again, down we go and back up. Okay, your tempo is your choice again. Control it down. You can hold at the bottom position if you want to. You can hold at another position if you want to. It depends what your program gives you based on what you need in that phase of your training. So there's a couple of essential tips about back squat and front squat. Relatively easy to apply. And so just to recap, good foot pressures, not too arched in the back. And I did forget one other thing. When you're at the bottom position, you do not want to wink underneath excessively. You want to keep that lower back position in a strong position. Is that all right? Because if you're down here with weight in your back and you're into flex position, that is putting excessive flexion or bending loads on your lower back, and it's not ideal, especially if you're doing lots of it or heavy reps. So you want to stay at that angle. If I wink underneath anymore, then I'm putting extra pressure unnecessarily on my spine. Okay, so there's a couple of simple tips. If you feel they're beneficial, give us a like. If you think there's someone that you could share this with that would benefit from it, please do so. We'd be delighted that you're spreading the word. And if you need to ask us any questions about gym technique, particularly for people who have an injury, that's our game, that's what we do. So if you've got an injury or concerned about getting back into the gym after spinal surgery or an injury or whatever it is, give us a shout. We will be delighted to help you. And as ever, move well, feel well, be well.